Yeah.
Okay, I think we're
We
live.
are live.
Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to our live reading sprints. I figured
Yay.
we just kind of go around and introduce ourselves first. I'm Stephanie. My channel is Stephanie's Bookverse, and I read a lot of fantasy. And today for our sprints, I'm going to be reading Six of Crows because I want to prepare for the TV show that's coming out.
Hi, I'm Abby from the channel Abby Salter. Like Stephanie, I read a lot of fantasy, but today I am branching out and I'm trying some sci-fi with Winter's Orbit.
Mm.
That looks nice.
We shall see how this fantasy reader does with sci-fi.
I'm Andrew from the channel Get Right On In. I, as well, am a big fantasy fan, but like Abby, I am going into the science fiction realm today to continue reading Red Rising, since I did not finish it last month for Feb Rising with everybody.
And I'm Erica. I'm from Geeklet Read Stuff. And I'm actually going to go ahead and read The Final Empire today.
Yay!
Starting it off.
And I'm Joanna from the channel Joanna Souza, and I'm currently reading Ruin by John Gwynne. And I'm a fantasy reader, so
What number is that? Is Ruin? Is that 3?
it's number 3, yes. And I have like this much left, so expect
Those
perhaps sobbing on camera.
Like some dramatic facial expressions.
Yes.
Yes, like, and I have zero poker face. Like, I always turn off my camera at work during meetings because I have zero poker face. So,
Oh, Alan said he is also reading
Hi,
how far you into it? Oh yeah, it's so good so far. Like, I'm tabbing it. It's nothing like The Final Empire, which I should have brought my copy because that one is like pretty bad with the tabbing, but it's also my all-time favorite book. So.
Oh, Alan is also very excited
Cosmere!
to read about Cosmere, Andrew. Oh, and then we have another wonderful people gathered in one place. Oh, thanks.
Thanks.
Lyra. I love Lyra Bat.
Me too. She's the
Yes.
Such a wonderful little community we have
And
here.
I'm not sure if Cosmere is a hero. Like, I don't know. Like, is he a hero? Is he?
Who are we talking about here? Cosmere? Of course he's a hero. Well, actually, I'm going to shut up.
Do you want to get into spoilers?
I don't want to get into spoilery territory for you guys.
I don't think I have enough of an opinion on Kelsier yet.
All
We have to
capital
read.
letters.
Wow.
You've got Alan yelling already. It's been 3 minutes.
Alan, do you want to join us?
Right? Do you want to get in here and share your opinions?
Strong opinions.
You're welcome to. Sophia says she's reading Challenger Deep. I actually don't think I've ever heard of that. It's probably a sci-fi. It sounds quite
Is that
sci-fi-esque.
the Testament?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I trust you.
I don't think I've heard of that one either.
Mm-mm.
I feel like I can picture the cover, but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Right.
That's the story of my life.
That's what you get for watching this book too.
Right? Do you have that sometimes you know like a title and the name of the author and you don't own the book, you've never read it, but you just know. Like, what was I reading the other day? And it was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and someone goes into the bookshop and asks for a book with a black book, and then there's something on the cover, and I was like, oh, that must be Life After Life, and I've never even owned the book or read it, but I knew the cover. So bad.
It's true though. I was in the bookstore the other day and there was someone looking into the Dresden Files, and the person that like worked at the bookstore was there, and she's all like, oh, I don't know what the first one is, and I'm like, it's Stormfront. I was like, I've never read this series. Like, sorry, I'm a
It's a natural desire or like instinct to help someone out in the bookshop.
Yes.
Even if, like,
Yeah.
just like you see them and they're like, they look a bit lost. I think I need to like go and give them a helping hand.
I
That
used to
happens
be
in-
like that until I worked at a bookstore, and then after that, I was like, "You're on your own." I've had enough of this.
Working there sucked all of that energy out of you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Good old
Okay.
Borders.
The Neil Schusterman book, Boy That Struggles with His Mental Health. That's cool.
Oh. That sounds interesting.
That does sound cool. Okay. Who else? Ooh, she's reading Aurora Rising. Isn't that like the other one that's like the...
Yeah.
Jay Kristoff and Amy
And
Kaufman.
Yeah.
It's another
Very
one I know the cover of, don't know a thing about.
Yep. Has that like person on the cover. It's all purple and looks pretty.
Mhm.
Yep. Awesome. Okay, what is anyone else reading? Or am I just not seeing all the comments?
No, I think
I think you're seeing all the comments.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. Okay. Sounds good. Do we want to... Ooh, Lyra is reading Chain of Gold. Didn't Chain of Iron just come out? That's like the newest big release that came out.
Yeah, I've got it. It's arrived.
Has it? Are you all caught up with all...
It's in my big pile of books.
Are you caught up with Cassandra Clare's books? Because I know she has like a million.
Yeah, but the issue I had is that I read Chain of Gold last year, and I read The Infernal Devices like years ago. And so
Right.
when I read it, I just couldn't remember who was who, and like who was whose child, who ended up with who. And so I was like, there was just too many characters for me to keep them all like in line in my head. So I don't feel desperate to read Chain of Iron now, because I mean that was a year ago, so I've forgotten stuff from that now, and I'm like, I think I just need to reread everything, but that's going to take so long.
It's going to be our project after Cosmere Unbounded. We will do
Yes.
Unbounded.
That is a long.
And there's also like, I just don't know about the nostalgia. Like I read them, I guess back in 2014, like the Infernal Devices and the Immortal Instruments. I just don't know how much I'd love them now.
Right. I read the Mortal Instruments for the first time last year, I think it was. And it was pretty painful, not gonna lie. I was like, what is this? I didn't enjoy it at all.
I think
So,
the-
but I heard Infernal Devices is better.
yeah, that is better. Mortal
Okay.
Instruments is just like, the characters are so insufferable. I hate them. Like really, I get so angry just thinking of them sometimes. I have very strong opinions as well. Alan and I think we have very strong opinions on, but like, oh no, they're so annoying. And like, Jace does lean. He leans indoors, like, so.
He leans. He's like a
He
He leans.
lean. And he's like, I hate those characters. Ugh, I hate the miscommunication plot, and I hate it. And someone's like, I think I have this wrong. Like, I just watched an episode of Modern Family where he's like, I think I'm dying. And I'm like, no, you're not. Just like, stop it, and talk to people about it.
I hate the miscommunication trope too. I think it's like my least favorite one.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Very frustrating.
I
only
agree.
read
Yeah.
Cassandra
Like,
Clare when
you-
she was
you were
the
right
age
with that.
25.
That you had to create a little table with all the characters. I think that's what I would need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sometimes have trouble keeping up with the characters in here, even. I still flip to the front. I'm like, wait, whose mom are you again? Oh, yeah, right.
Alan, you would hate these books. I think I agree 100% with that.
Would they make for great content on his channel? Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that should
We
be
need Evie to make all the GIFs for Alan reacting to
I
Cassandra
know.
Yes.
I'd gotten out of a really bad meeting on, what was it? I don't remember when he posted the video about the hair routine, and the beat was so boring, and I was dying, and I thought, oh, Alan posted a video, so I watched it, and then I felt better immediately. It was so great. I
Aww.
couldn't stop laughing. It's like,
Yeah,
yes.
that was hilarious.
Oh, that was really funny.
I'll send you a picture of it, Abby. It's still in my book. All the table with the
table.
characters.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
Awesome to keep up.
Actually, I bought a copy of J.K. Rowling's like The Casual Vacancy years and years ago, and in the back, someone had made a table with all the characters because I bought it used, and they had like all the characters and who they were and stuff. I'm like, thank you. This is nice.
That is so cool.
It's one of the
City
mortal
of Bones.
instruments, isn't it?
The City of Bones, right?
City of Bones, yeah.
City of Bones. Yeah, I think that's the only one I read.
Put it
Because
in.
then
I mean, I
couldn't
think we
keep
could be
going.
nice and give him like Clockwork Angel or whatever it was. One of the first
Yeah.
infernal devices.
But that's
That would be better.
that series came after, though, I thought.
It did, but is he ever going to read the other ones voluntarily anyway?
No.
No,
I know.
no.
It's maybe like worse. Like I don't think it would like either, but maybe it would like Clockwork Angel a little bit better.
It might be a little more tolerable.
Yeah, because it's got like the London setting in the 1900s, and you know, Alan's all about that life. He wants to be Mary
Exactly.
Poppins.
Oh my gosh, he would be the most fun Mary Poppins. You would. Okay. Okay, so which one should he have? I think we're going to go with Clockwork Angel, yes? Okay, Clockwork Angel, Alan. It's added.
Yes. I love Alan punishment videos.
Like the hair one, what was that?
That was the
So
best.
great.
That was the best.
The Zuko part was so
Oh, he's
I couldn't
delightful
stop
in all
laughing.
caps over here.
He is
I'm
delightful.
delightful.
He is.
Let's start Clark.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, that would make sense though, because it's so much before. I guess you're probably gonna get spoilers either way, right? Like depending on which one you start with, it spoils other things. So
I don't remember.
that makes sense.
They're pretty separate, I'd say, until like the final book of the Mortal Instruments.
Okay.
I think
And like the 6th book, you mean, or like the 3rd book?
the 6th book.
The 6th book. Okay. I just know it has like
So
2
what
trilogies or something.
What I'd say is like you can read all of the Infernal Devices before reading the Mortal Instruments, or you can
Do you
read
think
like
it's
the
gonna be
Mortal
drastic
Instruments up until book 5. Then you should read the Infernal Devices and then come back and read book 6. Because book 6 has more Infernal Devices.
Wow. This is like Cosmere, but Cassandra Clare style.
She pumps them out just as fast, though.
Yeah.
It's just like every other month.
Yeah, I think she has a new release every year, doesn't she?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Pretty regular.
Goals.
Impressive. It is goals. Okay, do we want to read for a little bit? Do we want half an hour or 45 minutes?
I'm up for whatever.
Yeah.
Why
I'm
don't
good
we
for
read until 45? How's that sound?
Yeah,
Sounds good.
That's good.
Yep.
Good.
Oh, wow.
A bit.
Reading the synopsis.
I want the reading vlog for this.
Yes.
Please draw
That's
this.
you.
And I think
Me
it should be
too.
done by Posh Allen.
Oh, it must be
Suave
done.
Allen.
by
No,
Posh.
Posh Allen will be perfect. Yes.
Yes.
It's a dual thing, like Suave Allen and Posh Allen together.
Yes, I absolutely think that would be gold.
Do you think
Yes.
there's like and Zuko Allen could like come in like Greaser Allen?
Oh my gosh, I'm okay. I'm just reading that or watching that show. So
Right.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
do
see
it.
you all in a bit.
Welcome back.
Friends. Oh my gosh, Charmaine is here.
Oh, hey.
Oh, I wasn't ready. I was just so into my reading.
I know. I had just started another chapter. I looked up. It was 12:43. I was like, "Oh no, not starting right now."
How far are you into it, Andrew?
I'm now on chapter 30, so page 227.
Nice.
Did you read this?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't join the live show because, I had to work. But I'm actually almost finished with the second one now.
Oh,
so
wow.
I like it. I think
I'm really enjoying this. Some stuff just happened that I'm not going to talk about because spoilers, but some stuff just happened. I just had my freak out in Alan's Discord right now.
Did you find like unpopular Red Rising opinions and stay over here?
Oh,
You didn't like it?
Aw.
it's okay. I didn't like Addie LaRue, so I guess we each have our. Well, I didn't like Addie. It just wasn't my favorite.
Okay.
I didn't like the Red Rising audiobook, but I would like to retry it like physically because I think I
agree
would
with
really
you.
dig it.
I was doing an immersion read with this, and I ended up disbanding the audiobook and just carrying on, just reading it on my own.
Yeah, it's different. I think the reading style is very different in that audiobook. So
Yes, I would agree.
how's Winter's Orbit? He's still enjoying.
I'm really getting into it. I mean, I couldn't really tell very much from the first 10 pages, but I'm now 40 pages in and really enjoying it.
Are you doing
It
okay,
doesn't really-
Joanna? You look sad.
Oh no.
It was terrible.
I have to, like-
I don't recommend. I just read like a gruesome
do
scene 2
recommend.
seconds before you said, "Okay, we're done." I was like, "How? No, this is the worst scene to say we're back." It's disgusting. It's the best. I love this series. It's so good.
I can't wait to start it. I've added it to my ever-growing list of books that I would like to read at some point.
Everyone should read John Gwynn.
Yes. He follows you on Instagram.
Does?
So you're
I like fangirled
cool.
so much when that happened.
I believe you. I would.
Have you guys ever heard of this book, The Unspoken Name?
Heard of it? Yes. Read
Especially
no.
the Wild Hopper's Secret Santa.
Yes, and she didn't like it. I remember.
Whoa.
I read it.
How was it? Because I just read like a blurb about it and I was like, oh, this sounds cool. And then I kind of forgot I ordered it and it showed up.
So I liked it. I think it starts out very different than how it continues. So the blurb is kind of like for the first third of the book maybe, and it gets very different after that. And I think I liked the beginning part better, and then the rest of it was less exciting to me. Oh, and so sorry that expired. I'm gonna put a new link up because I forgot to change the date on the link. So, my bad. I'll put a new one up. Oh, where should I put it so that everyone can find it? Maybe I could just put it in here.
I need to join that Discord too.
Yes, you do.
Try that one. That should be good. Sorry, everyone.
I was moving when you guys were all setting that up. I got so discombobulated. Join Cosmere Unbounded. Boom, there I am.
Nice.
Hey.
Malice, yeah. It's on mine too.
Come on, everyone. You all need to read John Gwynn, and then you can be like Joanna and be a complete mess.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's
I picked up on
definitely
the foreshadowing, and the foreshadowing is terrible, Abby. It's terrible.
it's exactly how I want to look at the book.
I'm getting there. I'm halfway through
Make me
Valor.
feel like that.
Is
Sorry?
Valor number 2?
Mhm.
Is there 3 or is there 4?
I think there's 4, right?
There's 4.
Oh, Valor was so good. I flew through the last 400 pages.
I'm using it to hold my laptop up right now, though, so I can't read it.
But you're reading the Final Empire, so that's good.
There we go.
Well, my laptop is being currently propped up by the slow cooker.
Mm.
Mine's on like this tub that you use to store things. Bought it at Costco. That's fine.
Ooh. I'm on my desktop, so I don't know. I don't have anything propped up, but just on a table.
Also on the table.
Cool. Alright.
So for other people in the comments, how are your books? How was your reading over the last half hour? Because we're all reading such a wide variety of things. Or Alan, do you look like Joanna right now? Since you guys are reading the same
Terrible.
I know my sister's reading The Final Empire right now, and I'm very excited about that. So
good.
Is it her first read through?
It
like
is
7 years ago, but I don't really remember. So that's why I'm excited to start it again. Because I never got to finish that trilogy.
You didn't finish it?
No,
Oh,
I was in New Zealand when I was reading it, and I was checking them out from the library, and then I had started the second one, but then I was moving on, and I had to turn it back in, and I just never, like, you know what I mean? Never really had a chance. But now I got the whole trilogy for Christmas, so now that we're doing this Cosmere Unbounded thing, I was like, perfect. It's a great time.
It's a great time.
And yet I've read all of the Stormlight archives, so I don't know how I continued with that before I continued with Mistborn. But
Wow, yeah, that's a feat.
Yes, I was really enjoying, when I was reading Way of Kings, seeing the links to his other Cosmere books.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it sort of gave me like an extra like level of understanding and fun.
That's how I feel with Stephen King. Like, the more King I read and the more I see his little, especially in the Dark Tower, I feel like so special. I'm like, I get it. All of these little references.
Oh, except the whole vlog is me going, I don't understand, but I'm intrigued. But I don't understand.
Yeah, sounds about right. I love it though. It's so good. Way of Kings is like, I think
it's my favorite.
I think it might be my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Words of Radiance might be mine. I really like that book a lot.
So good.
Yeah,
They're all so good.
I think now that the recency bias with Rhythm of War is gone, I think Words of Radiance is my favorite again.
Yeah.
When I finished Rhythm of War, I was like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. But then I'm like,
That wasn't how I felt.
There's Words of Radiance. Yeah, I love that book.
No, that's so good. I'm excited about it. Okay, let me see. Chain of Gold is good. I like that.
Where are you at? What are you at, Lara? Like, how many
yeah.
pages in are you?
I'll have to wait for her to respond. I think it's like a nice delay factor with the video in the comments. The characters ruined. It's always hard.
Hate that, because that one was the one about the mental health, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are always. I don't know. Did anybody ever read that book called Sybil?
Mm-mm.
It was also a movie with Sally Field in it.
Yeah,
I've heard of it,
A
yeah.
woman who had 16 personalities, and I read that book in psychology class. Oh my gosh, I will never forget it ever. It was so intense.
I think I'm going to start Binti. Ooh, I've read Binti. I actually really enjoyed it. Has anyone else read that?
I have not.
I've read
I've
the
not heard of
first
it.
one.
Yeah, the first one's the one I've read. I liked it a lot. It was just a little short. I wanted more, but it was really good, really interesting. So
I mean,
just
I've
gotta-
wanted to read it, but whenever I've thought, oh, I want to pick up Binti, my library only had the second and the third one, so I've never been able to put the first one there.
can't do that. I think it was on Scribd for me is where I ended up listening to it. So yeah.
I think I did too, yeah. I have a bind up now of like the whole trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lyra, things are just going to keep happening now.
70% through, yeah.
Things are happening. 70%. That sounds about
Pretty
right.
far.
Oh, Charmaine says she's seen the movie.
Sybil. It was a good movie. The book was better though, Charmeezy. So if you have a chance,
Easy. I do like that name.
yeah, it suits her well.
In a facility. Oh,
Ugh.
that's
Yeah, that's why that's rough.
Yeah.
mm-hmm. Okay, let me see. Oh, you have the Binti and the bind up, so you can read all three. See, does anyone else feel like since you've joined the bookish community, like YouTube or Bookstagram, whatever, you don't binge series the same way you used to?
No.
I used to.
This is what I'm trying to do this year. I'm trying to get back into my binging.
I noticed
But
it in
I'm like,
City of Stairs.
Partially because you have people to talk to about it. So it's like anytime you finish a chapter or a section, like there's all these people that you can decompress with versus beforehand when I always felt so alone reading. It's like I didn't have anyone to talk to, so it was just easier to just get through it and move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I like having that ability to discuss things with people who agree or disagree with stuff because it just makes it such a different experience, in my opinion, anyway.
Absolutely.
No, for sure.
For sure. That's why I love buddy reads, even though they're going to be the end of us.
I can't even agree to anymore.
I love it though,
There's
buddy.
far too many series on the go. So part of me is like trying to think, okay, this series is going to be, it's all finished or it's going to be finished soon. So I can just read the whole thing back to back and then hopefully I can get through lots of series quite quickly.
Yeah.
That's my plan for the year anyway.
That's smart. That's a good plan.
Smart move.
Although I say that having just started Way of Kings, which I definitely am not binging all the way through.
That's a hard series to binge. I feel like one a month is probably good call.
So,
It's so dense.
when I got through Stormlight Archive, I just took a week off of work and sat in this chair and just plowed through them. It was like last summer, so it wasn't like I was going on vacation anyway.
Yeah.
And it was intense.
Wait, did you read all of them in 1 week?
I got almost all the way through Oathbringer. I got like maybe about 60% through.
Oh my
It was a job.
That's insane.
How did you do this?
I did nothing else with my time. It was fantastic.
That was me in December.
Yes.
I mean,
Oh my god.
it took me like 10 days to read Way of Kings.
Oof. And now, I don't hardly remember anything because, it wasn't smart, but it was fun.
I feel that.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Okay,
I mean,
sorry.
Andrew, you in December, you went into like, I don't know, reading warrior mode.
I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. Erica and Joanna were in my group, so they had the private chat with me and they knew what was going on. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Never put a book down.
Never.
I've never read that much in my life in one, it was like 11,000 pages that month. I don't know how that happened.
Pennywise was coming after him.
Oh my gosh. He's still
blog.
coming after me. I still hear him in my head.
I want to listen to the audiobook, but because of you, I don't want to.
No, he did so good though. He did so good with that audiobook. That's why I'm affected. Still all these months later.
I only see you yelling at the camera.
I'm not gonna pull out the Pennywise voice right now. It's too intense.
Oh my god.
Your cute dog.
Oh, thanks.
The things that matter.
That is one of my most viewed videos on my channel, so I guess
Works for you.
That video hit the algorithm.
yeah.
Reading Kite Runner. Oof, that is an emotional book.
I've always wanted to read
Yes.
that one.
So
I read it in high school.
I think I read it in college.
Yeah, I think we had to read it for high school. I don't remember.
That author did 1,000 Splendid Suns as well, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sounds
Both
good.
are still on my TBR. One day I'll get to them.
But I never read the book.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a film.
I don't think I did either.
Me neither.
I mean, I can't remember very much of it apart from like one traumatic scene.
Yeah.
I feel that, Lyra.
Yeah.
So many books
So
on my
many books
radar now.
yeah,
That
it's
is
like
the
you-
blessing and the curse with BookTube.
Yeah.
Does it? I know we kind of already touched on that before, but we touched about the whole a book and an author even though you haven't read it. But does it happen to you where someone at work's like, oh, I'm reading a book and like, ooh, what is it? And then either and then you're like, you feel like a nerd because you know every book that's ever been written. Or when you don't, you're like, oh, I don't know every book. There's so much more to discover. No.
Yeah. But then that's like so overwhelming because you're like, I don't know every book.
I
What?
know, right? Talking with Sophia after our interview for the Cosmere Unbounded, What's the Cosmere? We talked for like another 2 hours about just Sanderson. And then we were saying, oh, we have to protect Sanderson at all costs because, you know, he needs to finish his books. And I was like, but what if we don't live until then and we will never know? It's like the most depressing thought I had. And then even she said, thanks for saying it.
That was depressing.
Sorry, guys. I'm reading a row and I have to leave the depression somewhere.
No, Sanderson actually lives like really close to me.
Does
Let's
he?
go. Go to his house and steal his safe and the plans for
You
the
can
book.
steal his manuscript.
Just sneak in. He's actually super cool. Like he'll go to the Barnes and Noble every once in a while and be like, hey, I noticed that they're out of like signed copies of my books here. So I just sat around and signed the books here for a while. So if you want signed copies, come to Barnes and Noble. They're on the shelves. I'm like, that's so cool.
It is cool.
Like I can't
That
imagine.
means you could spot him in the wild. You could be like, you could see him.
No, I've seen him. Like,
You've seen it?
yeah, I've met Brandon Sanderson. He's a nerd. Like he's exactly what you'd expect. He's a full-on nerd. I love it.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I know. I mean, I'm sure he just has no idea who I am. He's like, you've met me? Weird. Like it was highlight of my life.
Whenever we can travel, I'll come hang out with you and see if we can spot him in the wild.
You should. We should go Brandon Sanderson hunting like they do in Hollywood, where they try to like me.
Not creepy at all. Please,
I'm hitting you up when I'm in Utah, Steph. Don't even worry.
Like Sanderson spotting.
You guys should come, and we'll go find Brandon Sanderson.
I love Utah. It's so
So
gorgeous out there.
It is. I love the outdoors stuff here. I feel like that's my favorite thing. Like, there's not as cool of like indoor stuff to do, let's be honest, but outdoors is amazing.
Yeah, the
But
outdoors.
it's hot. It's so hot. When I was there, it was 118 degrees.
But it's not
Okay.
humid.
Oh,
and that's
gosh.
wonderful.
Yeah, not humid. The dry heat
It's
is
not.
definitely preferable
It's
to
the
the
best
humidity.
thing. Oh, we went on a hike there. It was like, oh wait, you guys are you're in Fahrenheit. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but it was 40 degrees Celsius, and it was like really, really hot. And Melvin was like, on a hike in 40-degree weather, are you crazy? And then we didn't sweat because it's dry heat, and it's the most. Oh, it's the best.
It is. Did you go down south to go hiking, like into the actual like desert part, or were you up north more?
I think when we went together, we were more up north, but I've been to St. George and all those areas. And
Yeah.
So
I love going down into like the sand and the red rocks and all that. It's so
That's
beautiful.
The red rocks are great.
Yes.
Highlight of the trip.
That's just another summer day in Arizona. You remember when like the garbage cans were melting to their sidewalks and stuff in Arizona?
Oh, gosh.
Like, a couple years ago. It's like
Terrifying. Everything's nice and moderate here. It's not too cold, not too hot. I couldn't make it.
Yeah. California just
Even
never
in
rained.
the UK, where we don't have AC, like it gets above 30 and everything's very hot and sticky.
you don't have AC? How do
No,
you
we don't either.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I mean, you have it in like, I don't know,
Sad.
shopping centres, hotels, they have
How
it,
do
but
you
you don't have it in like normal homes.
How do you sleep when it's like 100 degrees outside?
stick to your bed, and in the morning you get up and you're like unbelievable.
See, I lived
Sorry,
in
that was
Thailand and we didn't have AC in one of the houses, and it was hot, like because it's humid heat, and it's like you get used to it, I guess, and you can sleep after a while. But oh my gosh,
It's
I
terrible.
can't imagine like living that way forever. I would die. I'm a baby.
I mean, it doesn't get that hot that often here.
That's good.
Because it rains a lot, doesn't it?
No, that is just an exaggeration by the Americans.
Except for it says Sophie right here says meanwhile in London and there's a little rain cloud.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. I'm gonna die when it gets above 100. MD, is that Maryland?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not good with my abbreviations of the states, apparently.
I agree, Lyra. If it got over 100 here in Virginia, I don't know what I would do. I would just cry.
I love that we're just talking about the weather. Wow.
I mean, you have a brick here. It's what we automatically gravitate towards.
It's true. It's like stereotypical.
It is very interesting, though, how much the weather changes just anywhere you are. Every place just has different stuff. Sorry if you hear my niece, by the way, in the background.
Oh, I was like, does someone have a child?
I thought it was a bird.
No, my niece is here.
Yeah, humidity is the worst.
I love it.
Ugh, no.
I love living in Thailand. I love that heat. It was so nice.
No, because then it feels like you're just always in a shower.
Yeah,
Right? Like in Bali, we would go, you go shower, then you get out of the shower, like, why did I shower again? Oh, yeah, just to not stink. But that's the only reason. Because like, everything is so wet and disgusting.
You lived in Thailand, Stephanie?
I did. Yeah, I lived there for a little over a year and a half.
Oh,
Nice.
that's so great.
Yeah.
What,
It was
what
really
part?
I lived kind of all over. So I spent most of my time in like the northeastern side. So like they're a little bit more deserty side, but then I spent quite a bit of time over in like the northwest as well, which is what you'd think of like the jungle part and the mountainous part, which like their mountains are kind of small, but they call them mountains. Yeah. So I kind of lived all over. I don't know how well you know it, like Chiang Mai.
Okay. I mean, I've only been once. I went on a holiday to Phuket.
Oh, Phuket. So that's way south. So when I got married in Thailand and we got married down in the south.
That's so cool.
And so, yes, I know what you're talking about, but we were on the other side.
We should all, after COVID, just travel together. Just saying.
We should. Where do we want to go?
Dogs and kids and whatever you have, just bring everyone along.
Where should we go? Should we go to Thailand? I don't know. You don't like humidity.
That's okay. It's Thailand. I will suffer humidity for Thailand.
Can we go to New Zealand? I want to go
Oh,
back.
yes. We can
Yeah.
go everywhere.
New Zealand speaks English, so that
They
would,
do.
you know, a plus.
They very much do.
If we go to Thailand, I can translate. I can help. So
Okay.
We can go to Brazil. I can do the translation as
Ooh,
well.
I would love to go to Brazil.
do they speak
I mean-
Portuguese in your country?
Yeah.
A different
Joanna,
kind
you've
of
got quite a few countries covered.
If you what?
Joanna,
Joanna?
you've got quite a few countries covered, haven't you, with all your languages?
Me, a few, yes.
How many languages do you speak?
6 fluently and learning my 7th right now.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. What
Oh my
language?
So I speak English, Portuguese, Spanish, French, Luxembourgish, and German. I was like, what are the other 2? Yeah.
I didn't know that Luxembourgish
I know,
was
it is a language, trust me.
American.
I'm learning Dutch now, so that's
I would love to learn German because I am German, so that would be cool.
My husband speaks fluent German.
Oh no.
Ooh, Thailand is vegan friendly.
Oh, that's nice.
There's a lot of vegan options over in Thailand. And also, they have just like fruit on the side of the road everywhere. You can just like buy yourself some fresh fruit. They just cut it up right there, and you get this stick and just eat it. I love that. That's my favorite thing.
Cup, I'm gonna cry. I want to travel.
Oh, I love it so much. I miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got really sad today because it's nice weather, so we opened the windows, and then like feeling the breeze, and I was like, I know it's still Luxembourg, but I just that's sad.
I want to go to London because Abby has already promised if I go to London, she's going to take me around to all the bookstores, and I would like die of happiness, I think.
I'm coming.
Yes.
Yeah,
Plus,
Sophia's already
hanging
here,
out with
so-
Abby would be super
I know.
fun.
It's like a treat in and of itself.
Yes.
And there's so many great bookshops here.
I want to so bad. And I'm
You have
obsessed
to
with
you have to bring another whole extra suitcase just for your book purchases.
Actually, I do that on trips. That's not
I-
really.
I do that. Yeah.
We should go to Paris to the Shakespeare bookshop. That's really nice.
Oh,
It's super beautiful. If you're ever there. 7 languages: Portuguese, English, Spanish, French, German, Italian, and Swiss. Wow.
Nice.
Wow. That's also
Couldn't do it. They're all very similar though. Like when you look at the languages, those like they all have a lot of similarities in those. But if you like go Asian, it's
Oh yeah.
I get what you're saying. Like they are very different, but like it's so different when you jump from like European languages to like
Yeah.
Asian languages. Like I'm
That's
tone
crazy.
deaf. It's rough.
Even though the other day I was in a meeting and there's this guy, he's from Finland, but he also speaks Swedish, and he's like, "Do you hear the difference between this sentence and this sentence?" And they sounded exactly the same. Like I swear you couldn't tell the difference. And he's like, one means I'll see you tomorrow, and the other one means I'll kill you tomorrow. And he was like all chipper, and I was like,
Oh.
No, it's true, because like I tried to teach my husband how to say some things in Thai, and I'd be like, the tones were wrong the entire time, and he could not hear it. Like he had no idea. I'm like, dude, that is not even the same word.
Charmaine, Zara is coming to America soon, so we will get her home
cool.
cooking over stateside if we're lucky.
I'm gonna have to take advantage of that before she leaves.
You should.
Are there a lot of like I think most of us are like shelf spacers, right? That's kind of how we met. Like,
Yeah.
yes.
Are there a lot of them that live in London in the UK?
There's a few of us. I mean, I don't know if there's any more. Like, I mean, there seems to be quite a few Floridians in shelf space.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. There does seem to be quite a few Floridians.
But yeah, there are a few of us from London, but yeah, I guess it's the biggest city in the UK.
Yeah, it is.
Me too. New York City. I need to meet her there, or
I
San
know.
Francisco, or LA when she's in those places.
Aren't they like after this whole madness is over at some point? Aren't they redoing those like those cons, like book cons and all those things?
Yeah,
We could meet
The
there.
book cons.
we should do that. That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
I bet they'll have like a Brandon Sanderson con at some point, because they have like Jordan Con for Robert Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they have
it's
cons
down in
for-
Georgia, I think. They
Well,
do World Con.
What you say? Like,
Georgia.
yes, like all places.
They have World Con that bounces around all over the place.
That's cool.
No.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. How come no one wants to come to Luxembourg?
I
I
do.
will
I
come
want to go to
Luxembourg.
Switzerland. I mean, that's
We can get
weird.
through the country in 45 minutes. Perfect.
I like that.
That's like Monaco.
That's like smaller than my state.
It is tiny.
That's so cool, though.
Like in 5 minutes, I can be in Belgium, France, and Germany because I live right at the border of those three countries. So,
Wow.
but I
Oh
can't
my
now because we're not allowed to cross. But I could be technically.
Yes.
I can't even drive to another state in 45 minutes.
Yeah. you
Right
can-
now, at this moment, I can because I'm on the Oregon-California border. But in general, no.
I love that border with the redwoods.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've been hiking there and it's so gorgeous.
Yeah, it just snowed yesterday, but now it's looking better this next week, and I have some hikes that I want to get
Ooh.
doing.
There you go,
There you
Sophia. You
go,
have a
John.
home. You can come and stay here.
That'd be kind of cool though. I bet my husband would love to go there because he loves all the like Germany, Switzerland, Austria, Belgium stuff. Like he loves that. So.
Yay!
More people are coming. We're going to swell the population of Luxembourg.
We are.
Seriously, there's
Just a
only
little
600,000 of us.
No
So-
space takeover. They're not ready.
The book nerds. The book nerds found Luxembourg.
We're all filming
That
into our channels.
Seriously, it would become like it would be in the news because everything makes it to the news here. Like when I was a kid in school, we wrote a play, and it was in the news because
That was how it was in
The
New
national
Zealand. They had
newspaper.
one news for the whole country, and it was talking about like schoolyard fights and a police officer lost his dog and like stuff like that. And I'm just like, wow, this news is so like relaxed.
I love that. I want that in my life so
I
bad.
know, right?
wait, I'm gonna tell you what the top news is. I'm gonna go check
I
what
want to know. Yes, what is the top story in Luxembourg today?
if we take away all the pandemic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pandemic stuff. It's just everywhere.
Yes.
Literally, the top news is basketball scores. What?
Oh my god!
You're like, well, nothing happened. Here's the sports.
And then the second news underneath that is the closed borders have effects on our home office. And the one underneath that is, hey, our football scores. And then the weather.
Wow.
Wow.
I agree with you, Charmaine.
The pandemic in sports.
Like, seriously, keep on scrolling. It's all about sports.
I love it. That's so awesome, actually. I wish that was our news. Like, I wish it was that good here.
Yeah,
No.
Wow.
but it's not.
No. Ours is pretty rough.
Yeah,
Well,
can't
Justin
really go
Bieber
one.
made it to our news because there's so much to say in Luxembourg that Justin Bieber is one of the top news.
Nice. Justin Bieber, is he still around?
Yes.
Apparently. Oh, okay. This was a weird news to read. Moving on.
You're like, not talking about that.
No, that was a weird one.
Oh my gosh. I love it. So how many of us are going to be on the final Empire live show?
When is that?
The 3rd, right?
Of
I
April?
think Abby and Joanna, I remember chatting with you two about it.
Yes.
I don't remember any. Who else was in there? There was like a bunch of comments and it was jumping back, so I wasn't 100% positive on it. But I think it's on the April 3rd. Yes?
I think so too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I
Yeah,
could be, but I
right.
think we were full.
How long are we going to be live, guys? I mean, we'll probably, do you guys want to do another sprint and then chat for a little bit before we finish out?
Yeah.
Do it.
Hey.
Yeah.
No, back to suffering.
Probably another 45 minutes, hour, something like that we'll be on.
Yeah, Sophia, you were planned in. Just that Sophia was planned
Yes,
in. I think Keith
I
was
do
planned in.
Sophia's in there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. Okay. Do we want to do another sprint and do we want to go to 45 again? Seems like a
I'm ready.
let's do it. Got here.
All right.
One of the two Sanderson books I read. Yay, come join us.
Yay.
Watch us nerd out.
Hopefully I'll have it finished by then.
You must.
But I have read it before, so at least I can be in the chat. You know, there won't be spoilers or anything on that one. But
Yes.
anywho,
The thing is, though, Andrew,
I'll
like,
see you all in a bit because I gotta go find out
I
what is going
reread
on in this book.
Sanderson.
Would you
You
say,
what?
I
Abby?
reread Mistborn. I reread Mistborn the
Yeah.
past couple of months, and I'd read it back in 2015, and my memory of it was very shoddy. My memory was not up to scratch. I had forgotten a lot, like a lot.
Yes.
And
You were
I
like,
was
I
shocked
remember
when I
the
got to it.
ending.
I was like, oh, this didn't happen.
Did they just add that?
He changed the book.
That's funny.
This wasn't the book
my
that I
gosh,
read
I
5 years ago.
My gosh, Abby. I can't wait for you to join the show. This is going to be so fun. Okay.
All righty.
All right, see you in half an hour-ish.
Bye.
Boom. There we go.
Hello.
I just finished my chapter.
Did you?
Every
I
time.
heard the microphone and I was on the last sentence and I was like, oh, great timing.
That is good timing. Okay.
I was in the middle of a page yet again.
Again, I was too. I feel like that's kind of how I've ended all of them, but that's okay. Middlemarch of George Eliot.
No, I've not read that.
I have not heard of that
Anyone?
one.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
And here we were bragging that we know every book ever.
I
Yeah,
know.
right.
Failure.
But then we joined BookTube and found out how wrong we were. This is just another case in point. So how is everyone reading?
No, I stopped. I stopped 5 minutes ago. I was like, screw this.
Oh.
I sobbed. I have like physical evidence on your channel now, Stephanie, that I sobbed during this. It's so terrible.
I'm going to save this live forever.
I know. I was like, no, this is not going to happen now. Of course not, right? And then, okay. So bad. Oh.
See, that's why I started something new. That way, because I cry over everything. And I just really didn't want to cry on the internet today.
Yeah, well, I've hit a new low.
Hey, I did it the other day. It's fine.
Oh, I was doing my vlog for the Poppy War, and I just happened to be filming during that, what is it, like chapter 24 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, for like my reading part, like, I gotta stop it. Like, can't cry on this vlog.
That's terrible. That chapter, like, oh.
It was so bad.
I almost puked. I'm really not super sensitive, but that chapter, I almost puked.
And if you've read it, you know, like that's like, yeah, we all know exactly what you're talking about.
Char's heard of it. Yay.
Someone.
This is why we need her around.
True book nerd. Unlike us.
You want to say hi, Biscuit?
Oh, Biscuit. Piper keeps coming around here too.
Doggies.
Hi.
Where's the puppy? Oh, it's a puppy. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Oof, yeah. Or you'll have sad dreams.
Oh, you lost Biscuit.
Biscuit.
What a cute doggy. Oh.
I had popcorn earlier, so
where's Gravy?
She
I don't
smells
even
it.
think I've ever seen Gravy.
Gravy's right, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, two doggies.
Oh my goodness.
It's so cute.
Thank you.
And you're like, Mom, you smell good.
You smell like popcorn?
Yeah, butter. What does everyone do for like jobs? I'm just curious. What does everyone do?
Why do we have to go back to reality, Stephanie?
I'm sorry. I just feel like I don't know you guys all that well, but I talk to you online all the time.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I lost it all during COVID, so I'm still on unemployment. And I'm just, I've got like all my blogs. I've got a couple of YouTube channels and whatever, what have you. So I'm just kind of putting all my focuses on there now, really, because I don't really have anything else.
oh.
That's so hard. COVID's hit a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Well, you have us.
I know, and it's great.
Yeah, you guys are like one of the best things that happened. Like, thank God for this pandemic, just for this.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I do love that.
I have also, well, I've still got a job, but I work in travel, so I have been very affected by COVID.
Yeah.
I've been working 50% of my hours, like for
Oh my gosh.
for the longest time now. Luckily, the government tops up my salary.
Okay.
So my normal job is I make sure that we have enough hotel bed stock or rooms available to fill our flight seats. And so I our hoteliers to make sure we keep their rooms on sale if they have any special offers for us. It's really, I find it really interesting.
That's
I
really
really
cool.
enjoy it.
That is cool.
Yeah, that is
It's good.
cool.
I have the analytical side with looking at making sure the numbers match up, and then I have a nice communication side where I talk to all these hoteliers and make friends with them.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's cool.
Awesome.
You can hook us up.
Yes.
Yes.
For our, what was it, the convention trip that we're going to do?
Yes, the convention.
I mean, I
trip.
don't know hoteliers all over the world though, so
You pick the convention side, Abby. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's fun.
You choose. Well, we're there. It's fine. So cool. Oh, my turn. Okay. So I am a nurse. I work in the NICU, and I also work on the children's cancer unit, on their oncology unit. So I work on both those places.
Wow.
Gosh.
I do still have my job because it didn't affect us.
Yes.
Well, it did, but the other way.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
bartended because I didn't actually answer that. I was a bartender. So that was what.
Ooh.
And then I was writing for a couple of different food tours, like as they were my clients. I was freelancing, but they had to shut down as well. So that was how that all disappeared.
does
So
this
you're
mean you
telling
can
us
serve
that
us with really nice cocktails, Andrew?
Yeah, I sure can. I'll whip them up.
But Andrew, are you telling us you're literally Lucifer, like bartender, and you look like him, like everything else?
That's when it started, though. When I started bartending, everyone, that was like when that all just set off.
Oh, hey, this one, my roommate's a nurse. Yay, nurses.
Oh, cool.
No,
Yes,
yes.
yes, definitely. Whenever there's a yolk, I'm going. I don't even care. Taking days off.
It's happening. Well, okay, Joanna, what do you do for a living?
I work for our National Statistical Institute in the communication department.
Cool.
That sounds very numbery.
Thank God it isn't so much, because we do all the let's make this numbery stuff that no one understands understandable, and we do a lot with the design and all that stuff. And
Oh, like infographics and stuff so people understand it. Do you do that kind of stuff?
yeah, exactly, and try to nerd it down, let's say, so that people can understand it. Yeah,
I like it.
what I do.
And I'm a parole probation officer.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Don't mess.
we're
Don't
still
mess
good
With
because
Erica.
crime continues to happen.
Have you ever had to tackle anybody, Erica?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Every day.
actually would
No
pay
big deal.
money to see that. I would love to watch you tackle somebody.
That would be awesome.
I would just be so happy.
Yeah, we
It's
do this also during our convention thing. Like, Erica, you just tackle someone.
Just tackle
That'd
people.
be
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. You should teach us how to do it properly. Because like
I
there's
could.
a technique
could.
to it so they actually fall down and you don't hurt yourself, right? Like they're
Erica, we should have
Yeah.
talked about this during our conversation with JP Harker.
Well, I know. I hate to come out and be like, yeah, I have a taser and stuff. Like, it just is. I try to do like better stuff than that at my job, but yeah, that's a part of it.
Sometimes people just need to be tackled and tased. I don't know.
Every now and then, right, Gravy?
My job need that, but for totally different reasons.
Well, my job needed that too. Too much alcohol, and you were too much. Calling on Erica.
No. See, this is why I work with children and babies because I don't want to deal with any of that.
I know.
I
I hear
luckily
about.
don't have to deal with angry customers. That I am behind the
That's
scenes.
true.
I don't have to deal with these customers that like miss their flight or I don't know,
Yes.
something's gone wrong with their hotel. Like luckily I have nothing to do with that side of things.
That's true. You just do your thing and someone else deals with the people.
Because people can like relax when they're on holiday, but when things go wrong on holiday, they turn into like the worst version of themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is true.
it's a fact. You guys get a lot more holiday in the UK though. Gosh, sorry, vacation. We call it vacation, but you guys call it holiday. You get a lot more, right, from your job?
Yeah. Yeah, we get like I think I get like 28 days.
You get like a whole month
Wow.
of vacation?
Yeah, plus bank holidays on top of that.
I think I need to move there. You guys have hospitals there. I can get a job in a hospital.
And we have NHS.
What is that?
It's national, you know.
Is there like health system where like it's
It's our free health system, which is available for everyone that lives here.
She can go to the doctor. It's really cool.
For free. Not really,
does that make it like are your nurses still paid really well?
I think the private ones get paid better. But
Okay. Yeah.
I
I mean,
think.
Utah
I'm
pays
not-
their nurses jack, so it's fine. It's fine. I would just love to live over there. I think it'd be so fun.
Yeah, you do get better holiday. I mean, I can't believe how few holiday days you get.
We get
We
2
didn't
weeks.
get
How
any.
many do you get? I thought like 28 was not that like.
I
Well,
get a
'cause
fair
you
amount at
get
my
half.
job.
What you get?
What? You get 2 weeks?
We didn't in the restaurant industry. We got none of that. And then
I
we weren't
get-
ever closed either. Like all the holidays are open and stuff.
That's terrible.
I don't miss it. Like,
How
nah.
much do you
Well, I
get?
mean, yeah, we have to work holidays too, but that makes sense.
I get like 14 hours a month, something like that. Like it piles up. Where I work for the state of West Virginia, like that's how they kind of keep people working there. Is you do get a lot of vacation and sick time, which is awesome. But yeah,
Well, you probably need it.
not all the time. Not all the time.
Well, I mean, I get more vacation because I have to work holidays. So my holiday pay piles up into vacation, but I get a lot less.
Holiday
I
pay.
think 2 weeks is about what I would get if I didn't get the holidays.
Yeah, we didn't get
How much do you
holiday
get?
pay either.
I have 32.
They're very generous in Europe.
32 weeks?
No days.
Oh,
I
wait a second. I was like, whoa, I want your job.
No, I have 32 days, but that's because I work for government. If you work in the private sector, the minimum that they have to give you is 25. But like my husband, he works in the private sector, and he has 35 days. But
And
I
it's
can
very common to like. I mean, I've got family in France. It's very common for them to pretty much take the whole month of August off.
but no, only if you have children. Sorry, this is like because I always have to work August because I don't have kids, and everyone's like, "Well, we have children, so see ya," and they just leave the whole month of August. I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh. You have to like request a year in advance if you want stuff.
Yeah, I
pretty
do
much.
that. I literally do that.
I always have to work around like Christmas because so many people take it off, and I feel
Yeah.
bad. And I'm like, well, go be with your kids. So, and then I'm
Yeah.
just stuck there staring at my boss doing absolutely nothing for a week, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I do like working those weeks where everyone's off because then you can actually get stuff done.
Yes.
That's nice.
Okay, let me see. So Charmaine accumulates PTO throughout the year with a couple of company holidays. Yeah. And 35 days plus bank holiday. Wow, that's so good.
Yeah,
You guys, just move over here.
I'm
I
trying.
would-
Well, for the duration of my pooch's life, I will be over here in the States.
Yes.
Once
you
I
can
guess
still be transportation over the seas.
I would never put Piper on a plane ever. Never.
Oh, why not?
She would stress out. First of all, she hates other animals, so I wouldn't be able to actually like bring her with me in case anybody else had any other animals, and I just would not let them put her underneath the plane. I just wouldn't do that. I
I
can't.
was going to say, lots of people fly with their animals with them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen it quite a bit. So
And she's a shepherd too, so it's not like she's a tiny
Small
dog.
dog.
that can just sit
You
on
can't
her
put her in a handbag.
Yeah. But she's also, I mean, she's getting up there in age because she was older when I adopted her. So I don't know.
I want a dog so badly.
They're great.
I don't think Gravy could learn how to bark in any European languages, and I think she's afraid they'd make fun of her.
Oh,
You're just an American doggy. You can't.
I'm
help
kind of scared they'd make fun of my accent if I went over to London because I hear that they don't like American accents that much. They think they sound dumb. So
Yeah, I don't think anyone judges anyone for their accent.
okay,
Except for the friend.
That sounds like a trap. You're just wanting us to come over there and sound goofy.
right. She's like, no, it's fine.
Just come over.
I
But
don't
the
know,
French
when
accent is still the best. Like I don't know if you've heard a French person speak English, but that's like
It's good.
Yes.
It's nice.
top
Yeah.
notch.
Oui. This is the
Oui, oui.
best. I took French in high school, and I went to France and Switzerland and Monaco back then. But that was half my life ago, so
It's my life ago. Oh yes, you could come on the ship.
on a ship. All right. Piper, you want to go on a cruise?
Oh, I miss cruises. Now I'm sad.
I know, right?
You really go through highs and lows.
Well, I feel like they're going to start a cruise line where if you've been vaccinated, you can go. Like only vaccinated people can go on the cruises. I'm like, yay!
Right?
I
Have you
know.
gotten your vaccine yet?
I have, yeah. I got it
Mhm.
last year, so.
I got it. The first one January, the second one February, and I had the Moderna, and I got so sick. But
I had the Moderna
least
too,
it's done.
and I was okay. But a lot of my colleagues like said it trashed them, and they were just like couldn't even get up next day. So
Yep.
International
I mean,
Women's Day.
I'm probably like last in line to get it.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I think they're working on the 50-year-olds now in the UK, so they're
Yeah.
slowly working
Yeah,
their way
they're
forward.
here too. So getting close, but yeah.
We're moving there.
But I think that'd be cool. Like once people have vaccines, that they open things up if you have proof that you've been vaccinated. Maybe. I don't know how well that would work, but maybe.
Oh no, your niece. She's sad.
Sorry.
Sophie, same. She's never gonna get it. It's just
Like one day.
I mean, I hear
They'll
in
get around to
California
it.
it'll be available for all of us by the summertime. So I guess.
maybe, yeah. It'd be nice.
But things change every day, so who knows, really. I'm happy at least that vaccinations are a thing at all now, because that's at least much farther along than we were last March 6th.
Let's just pretend last March 6th didn't exist.
Last March 6th was still okay. It wasn't until the 17th.
Yeah, we were fine. I went on my last holiday, like a year ago today. I went on my last holiday to
Yeah,
Austria.
and we were all so unknowing.
I feel like it
naive.
started the day Animal Crossing came out, because I have a strong like mental connection now to Animal Crossing and pandemic.
That's true.
But, like, I think things were really happening when I went on this final holiday, because like the day we got back, so we went for a week from like the 7th to the 14th, and that day we got back, like everything was closing.
Yeah.
So we really snuck that final holiday in.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Did you ever see the movie? What was it called? Contagion.
Yes, I love
And
that
I saw
movie.
that way back when it came out, and it's also about the pandemic. And it was so scary. I remember watching it, and I was like, "This is a horror movie, pretty much." I was like, "Thank heavens, we'll never live something like that." Yeah. In the sense,
And here we are.
However,
Oh my gosh, New Orleans. I want to go there so bad.
Bad.
I was supposed to have a conference there
I want to visit.
last year during the pandemic. It got canceled. Yeah. I was disappointed.
Oh.
I was actually supposed to go to Switzerland and Germany too, which is like right by you.
and you could have come over.
I could have, but that also got
But we
canceled.
didn't know each other then, so
Now it's
We
just
didn't
something to look forward to.
I was supposed to go to Scotland this year, which is right by
Ooh.
Abby, but
I'm sure Kate's gonna pop up in the chat now. She's gonna be like, "I heard Scotland. I'm here."
She's like, I'm here.
that would be really funny if that happened.
That would be really funny. It's like, wow, yours really do burn like that, don't they?
Oh. Oh my gosh.
You did traveling for work, Stephanie.
I do actually, it's just for fun. The New Orleans one would have been a conference, like work-wise, but Germany was for like my husband wanted to go to this thing. It's like in, I'm gonna butcher this, so Joanna, please don't judge me, but it's in like Oberammergau or something like that. It's this city, and they do this, they call it like the Passion Play. And he's it's like they do, like they reenact Jesus's life or something. And he's religious, but I'm not. So I was like, I'm gonna go listen to this like 8-hour play in German, and I don't even speak it, and I'm just gonna have to like sit there.
this is like actually a thing.
It's actually a thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to go to that. And then Scotland, we were gonna go to the golf tournament, the British Open.
Oh yeah.
It was at St. Andrews. also didn't happen. So.
Baby, figure your life out, honey.
We were actually supposed to go back to Utah.
Oh, if you ever come, you have to
I
let
will
me
let you
know.
know, yes.
It's
So
fun.
many of my college friends still live there. And
Did you go to college here?
But Idaho, but
In Idaho.
Oh,
yeah,
Idaho
all
is
of my
In
friends.
Idaho. Wait, you came from Luxembourg and went to college in Idaho?
I know.
That's so
It was like night and day. Like I was so shocked because there's all those stereotypes about Americans, and you're like, no, but that can't be true because like always like when you have an American stereotype, it's either like the California type or like the redneck from somewhere like Idaho.
Oh, that's Idaho.
And then my
rednecks.
first day I arrived, the first shock I had was I didn't realize this. People don't speak French in America. At least my roommates didn't. And so when I woke up and started speaking French to my roommate, she was like, what I just speak? This is still like the first thing I think. And then the first thing she said to me was like, just so you know, in case you ever need it, there's a gun under my bed. And I was like,
Welcome to Idaho for sure.
oh my God, would I ever need a gun? I was like, a toy gun? Like with water in it? No, a real gun. Okay.
Do other people not keep guns by their bed?
No.
What? No.
I got my gun by my bed.
Erica. Well, Erica, you have a job that permits you to sleep with one eye open at any given time.
I keep my book by my bed.
Me too.
They're
I
next
guess-
to each other.
I'm from Montana, so Montana's like
I love
above
it.
Idaho. So
But it's so cool. It was so cool to experience all that.
it's very different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. That's like the first thing she says to you.
Oh no, I was like,
Like, don't you
Welcome to America.
it's how I felt. I was like, yep, you're here now. Too late to come back.
Oh my gosh. Was this in Boise? Did you go to Boise?
No, I went to Rexburg. I don't know if you know.
BYU, Idaho.
Yeah, I used to be Mormon back in the day.
Hey, me too.
And then I quit.
Me too.
Yay! We can talk about that. Yeah, it was like
Oh my gosh.
so everyone's like, why did you end up in Idaho? And I was like, yeah, I used to be Mormon, but clearly no longer. So
I know. Got my coffee.
oh
No, so
man.
my husband still is though, which is why he was wanting to go
Wanting
to
to
the pasture. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Did you just collapse, Biscuit?
Oh no!
Kind of fell over.
Coffee and alcohol. I was like, nope, I'm too old for this.
Biscuit's like, too much party.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
I've never been to America.
You need to come visit.
Yeah.
Okay. I went to San Francisco when I was 3.
Oh.
Doesn't really.
I don't really count it. I've also seen America
Sophia.
from the Canadian border at Niagara Falls.
Okay.
That's cool.
Boom.
Yes.
That was in 2018. So I feel like I haven't really like crossed.
Well, that was because I did the Niagara Falls thing too. And so that was my foray into Canada. And I count it. I screenshotted my phone, said, "Welcome to Canada." I don't care that I was on a boat.
It totally counts. Then. No, it counts.
Sophia, you have to come. If you do, I have relatives that live in New York City. If that's something you want to do, like live there their whole lives, so they can like take us around and do stuff.
Well, I'm going to need to take that up when I'm in New York City.
Yes.
So
Like,
here's the plan.
true.
I'll go meet you, Sophia and Abby, in London, and then we fly off from London.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And then I'll meet you in NYC, and then we'll
And then
fly
we
back
go
to
to
Luxembourg,
Thailand.
and then we'll just take over the world.
There
And
we
then
go.
if you want like a true like Western Montana or like Western America experience, like you see in the movies, I can take you to that.
Yes.
Like I'm from Montana, and I can like. Have you ever watched the TV show Yellowstone?
No,
Okay.
but
well,
I've been out there, so I know already
Yeah.
exactly what you're
well,
talking about.
that's
Especially
I'm
with
from Montana,
Wyoming
where that was
too.
filmed, so.
Wyoming is the only place so far in my life I've seen for realsy cowboys.
My roommate was from Wyoming, the one with the gun. She was from there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that explains it then.
Wyoming. Yeah, Wyoming. I see that. No, I've been there too.
Sophia, so you're saying it's a 7-hour drive to Luxembourg. I'm coming with you in your car.
Yes. I'm going to move to the Netherlands, potentially, so I'm going to be even closer.
I'm so jealous. I want to live over there with you guys all like close to each other. You live in America and like, oh my gosh, Alan is like so far away. It should be a different country. And he's still in the same country as me.
Yeah.
It feels like over here on the East Coast, like everything's kind of close. Like I can drive to other states, but we drove to California for our honeymoon. And I was like, how damn long am I going to be in Arizona? Like, it's so big.
Yes, it takes a whole day to drive across Montana. I think it takes 12 hours.
Ridiculous.
You know, like it's so different. I find because when I lived there, and we would say, "Oh, it's just a 4-hour drive to Utah," and be like, "Oh, wow, okay, let's go." And here in Europe, I'm like, 4-hour drive, never gonna happen. Like my lives 4 hours away from us in the Netherlands, and it's like a plan. You schedule it in. You have to arrange things. And how have I become like this? In America, we just go on. Yeah, now half an hour
all the time. Yeah, 4 hours is nothing.
It's like
nothing at all.
Yeah, we drive down to Vegas like frequently, and I think it's like a 6-hour drive, 7-hour drive, something like that. Yeah, we just hop in and go down to Vegas.
Yeah. When I'm in San Diego next month, Vegas will be 6 or 7 hours away.
Yep.
So
I like Vegas. I mean, like, I wouldn't want to live there by any means.
No.
Like, just going to visit, it's fun. There's always stuff. Well, not right now, but there's always stuff going on. The lights, like, there's so many weird people.
Yes.
Like, it's fun.
I have a cousin who bounces out there. So every time I've gone, I just, like, he's just taken me here, taken me there, bottle service there, and all we have to do is tip. So that's always lovely as well.
So we're going with
I'm
you.
literally imagining you like Lucifer, though, like you're just picking up the hottest clubs in Vegas as Lucifer.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Great. If this doesn't happen in real life, will you please write it as a book, Andrew?
Okay.
Wait, what's the Strand?
Is that her car?
Bookshop in NYC? Unless you're talking about the Strand. What you mean?
Showtime.
Right?
That's so weird to me.
Yeah.
No, me too.
So weird.
I
to me.
drive over an hour for work every day just to get there and then come home.
The other side of this city.
Jeez.
That's LA.
Yes.
Yeah.
It took us hours to get through LA when we were going to
do not
Mexico.
like
It
it.
was insane.
San Diego's way better.
San Diego looks nice and big.
Oh, San Diego is beautiful. We went to the beach there. I loved San Diego.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
You're making me like want to find a cure. And go to travel.
This vaccine, like, this is gonna do it for us, guys. I have hopes.
If not, we just have to wait for Andrew to write the book about all these plans that we have.
Yes, come on, Andrew.
I'll add it to the Dragon Wars list of books that'll never happen.
Make it
What
so.
do you mean
make
it's
it-
never going to happen, Andrew?
Oh,
Interview
don't
Abby.
get all interview
Yeah.
Abby on me again.
Oh, that video was so
The
great.
finger.
Hold on.
I love that video. It was so cute.
That was a fun one.
That was a really good video. Oh, the Strand is a bookshop in New York.
Cool.
Oh my gosh, I did know that. Now that you mentioned it,
18 miles of bookshops. We should just live there.
I can live in that bookshop. I'd be okay with that.
We'll just buy it. I don't know how much it would cost us to buy it, but we could all pitch in, buy it, and make it our communal home.
I think it's in Manhattan, isn't it? So that really
Well,
is like,
it's gonna take 14,000 of us.
I can go be a travel nurse in New York, and they'll pay for my housing, and then you guys can all just come stay with me.
There we go.
But, you know, Lucifer could buy it for us.
Yeah,
Is
he
Lucifer-
could-
If Lucifer
should
would
be able to buy
know
it for
who
us.
his body double was, then maybe.
you can just ask them what they really want, what their deepest desires are.
Yes, that's all I have to do.
Get creepy there.
Oh my-
Oh my gosh.
But you know, I cannot actually continue watching the show now because I only see you. So
Really?
yeah, I started watching it again because we had stopped like for the new season dropped, and then Melvin was like, "Oh, the new season of Lucifer's on." I was like, "No, I can't now."
I literally see how red my face is getting right
Yes,
now.
right.
Like my whole
Yeah,
I'm so red during this.
I love it. Oh, that's so fun.
Silly Lucifer. I started that show just because of that. Just the amount of times I was like, "What is this? And who is this?"
Do you
Far better than anything I could ever do.
Oh,
On the underground. Ooh, how exciting!
That is exciting.
Right.
Oh yeah.
okay.
the
So
underground.
the underground is what the who says the tube? Who calls it the tube?
We do.
It's you two. So it's the underground or the tube for you guys. Okay. I have to keep my lingo right.
Yes.
Gotta be like, I gotta have Alan teach me the proper way to speak British.
The best Abby.
Yeah, I'm going to be testing Alan. It's my when I hit my 1,000 subscribers. It's interviewer Abby tests Posh Alan on whether he actually knows his Britishness.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome! I
Yeah.
love that.
Interview Abby is the best.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah. She's kind of scary though.
She is scary,
A little bit.
but she's less scary when she's scripted. When I know what's coming.
Oh,
Oh man.
Well, I should probably go take my little pooch out for a walk myself.
Yeah. My ladies probably need to
It's still
take it.
daytime where you are.
Yes.
it is. Yeah, it's only 3:00 here for me.
Yeah, it's 2 for me.
I just catch the train.
Lucky people.
Right.
I
would
know.
love decent public transit.
No, I have to drive.
Mhm.
Same.
I haven't driven in so long.
That's
Does your car still work?
I mean, I don't have a car because I live in London, and
Right, that's
there's
true.
no need for a car.
You know how to drive?
Yeah, I know how to drive. I just haven't
Okay,
driven
I just
in
know
like a
some
year and
people
a
who
half.
live in the cities don't know how to drive, and being from like rural Montana, I'm like, how do you go places?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I grew up in Yosemite, so I have very similar thoughts to
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Like, how
Like
would you know?
I can drive, but actually, interestingly enough, I learned to drive here in the UK, so on the left, but I have
Mhm.
only ever driven on the right ever since. I have
Ah.
never driven in the UK since passing my test.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
I don't know if I'd
Okay.
do very well at driving over here.
No, Thailand drives on the left as well. So
There we go. You can drive us around.
Other
So
places
yeah,
are
I've only
the
ever driven when I've been like in Europe or on holiday, and so I don't drive that often.
Oh yeah.
yeah, parking, it's rough.
Parking.
Parallel
I hate
parking is the
parking.
worst.
Parallel parking is the worst.
They have cars that like parallel park for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they don't even have to take that on the test anymore.
Did everyone just freeze?
So I think she froze.
Yeah, I think so.
When we went to Canada on holiday, I did this big drive from Montreal to Quebec City, and we got there, and I just got to the hotel and was like, I said to my boyfriend, I was like, I'm not parking the car. We're having the hotel do it. Like, it's $10 more for them to park the car for me than for us to get parking, so they can have that.
Yeah, it's worth it. That's like parallel parking, especially if you're like being rushed. You know, if someone's right behind you, just waiting to advance, and they're like,
Mhm.
"Park already!"
Gives me.
I was like, I don't know this city. I don't know where the car parks are. We can just have the concierge parking.
Oh no, she left.
Oh no.
I aggressively parallel park. Like, just, I'm getting in there. I don't care who waits. You'll just be waiting.
I need you in my life. I swear.
Yes, I want you to come to work with me every day. Oh, just wait
Well,
till he pops back in.
yeah.
It'll
I'm
be
gonna
rude
pop
if he's
out
all
though.
wet.
I do need to get going, so I am gonna pop out. But if Stephanie comes back, tell her I said goodbye. And goodbye to everybody in the chat. Thank you all for joining us. And I had so much fun with you, lovely ladies. I'll be seeing you on the Discords and all around. But for now, I must go. So
Enjoy the rest of your
love
Saturday.
you. You all have a day just as beautiful as you, because I have to say that every time I leave a place. Bye, guys.
Bye. Just see if she pops back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, can I? No, I can't. Sophia said,
Yeah,
because
I would hate to park now. I'd hate to do anything with driving now, especially in London.
yeah, like cities like that or Paris, it's a nightmare. I drove in Paris once and I thought I was gonna die of a heart
I've been a
attack.
passenger in Paris, and that's enough.
Sorry?
Being a passenger in a car in Paris is enough.
Oh, I
how
was
does
actually
Arc de Triomphe, like people driving around, there's
Exactly
no lane. There's no lanes.
no, and it's technically
It's
8
a
lanes,
free-for-all.
but there's no lanes.
No, no, thank you. No, thank you. That would terrify me.
It's just a free for all. There's there's no control.
Super aggressive and be like, I'm going in and I'm taking my exit, and that's it. But if you're not Parisian,
The first time we went out to LA, we caught, I guess, a van from the airport to Anaheim, and just watching like the motorcycles just go between the cars. I freaked out. I was like, "You're going to kill them all! Stop, Mr. Van Guy!" No, I was, scared the snot out of me. And they're like, "No, it's cool here, man. It's California."
My cousin was driving when we were in Paris, and so there was like my cousin and my aunt in the front seat, and me and my mum in the back seats. And my cousin was there, she was like, "This plonker behind me, he's trying to overtake. Why is he doing this?" And she's like getting more and more annoyed at all the cars all around her, getting really angry. And there's my aunt going, "Be zen, be zen, be zen." My mum in the back like,
we're gonna die.
and there's my cousin going, "I am zen."
Wouldn't want you to see you angry. Oh, that's terrible. When we went to Bali, Melvin wanted to rent some scooters. I was like, oh, I don't know, because I don't know Bali and it's really scary in scooters. And yeah, then we arrived and I swear I saw the road and I was like, I could never drive a scooter. There's like cars and there's only one car that fits, but there's cars going 2 ways. There's scooters zigzagging in between, wild dogs and cats just going through it. Then there's like random ladies selling bananas on their heads walking through the cars. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. Oh man. I thought we were gonna die.
Sophia's saying that she'd want to give driving around London a try. Like, I have cycled around London. I can cycle London, but I don't think I'd want to drive it. I mean, now's probably the best time with the pandemic and all, because the roads are a bit quieter.
It's true. It's now or never, Abby. Go for it.
Good time to learn.
I'm seeing if Stephanie's saying that she is coming back.
I was checking to see if she popped into Discord.
Has her internet completely died?
I'm so scared for tomorrow again, because last time we also had internet issues.
I don't see her online in the group.
No.
Her internet may have just pooed out.
So how are you liking The Final Empire, Erica?
I am. I got, this is my first ever reread, and I think I got about 70 pages through it. And I guess the first time I really didn't notice how good of a job that Sanderson does just building this setting. It's so ominous and deep and heavy, and I'm really enjoying this read through.
Ash fell from the sky. I put it in the audiobook, and then I heard it, and I love that book.
Yes.
Love it so much. It feels like coming home, oddly enough. Like, it's pretty dark and, well, yeah, covered in ash. So it's not like a happy place where you'd want to be. But I just love these characters so much. And the audiobook is amazing, just like for a reread. Oh, it's so good. So good. And like all the foreshadowing that you pick up on.
I'm hoping I can keep a better track of the other people in the crew, because the first time I blasted through it pretty quick, and I didn't, because I was so focused on Vin's journey.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, I loved it on reread, but it felt like a whole new read because I'd read it so long ago.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten everything.
Yeah, they're so good, those books. They're
And the
so
audiobook is so good.
yeah, it's phenomenal. But Sophia said actually that if you're reading it for the first time and you're doing the audiobook, that it gives away a huge spoiler for the third book because of the narration, because he does different voices for different people. So if you're listening to it, a huge thing is spoiled. You
Is it Michael
Oh, I
Kramer and Kate doing the narration for Mistborn?
Michael Kramer is, yes.
Okay.
Oh, I listened to Rhythm of War by them and it was also so good.
That's how I read it. Yeah, I listened to it. I
So
love them. I think they do the Wheel of Time ones too.
they
I'm
do.
pretty sure. Yeah.
You're right.
Because I tried to do a reread with audiobook, but I got distracted.
But all the other shiny books.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I had to do my massive walk to keep listening to that audiobook for The Hero of Ages.
3 hours. Oh, I went and got some cookies for 3 hours.
Okay, it's a very nice walk. It's like a nice walk along the river and then up to Sloane Square and then to Kensington where the nice cookie shop is and then back down through the fancy houses. So, you know, it's a nice walk through like South London with the audiobook.
That's nice.
For 3 hours.
You burned off those cookies for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but they're so good. Like I keep on
Tried to
trying
walk you for 3 hours, you die.
Oh, I keep on finding myself like trying to do random things. Like I cleared out my entire pantry on Thursday just to listen to it. And then today I did another chore just to listen to the audiobook. They're so good. I just want to read all the time because it's so good.
Ben's Cookies, Sophia. So, I mean, not like a fancy cookie place. It was just, but you know, they're nice cookies.
Mhm.
You know, when you're, it's an excuse, isn't it? You're like, oh, what should I do on my day off? Let's,
Walk for 3 hours.
you know, it's a pandemic. What else am I meant to do?
I know.
That's true.
I know. I was thinking about that today because I was like, we don't do anything fun anymore. And then Melvin said, it's a pandemic. I was like, yeah, you're right.
Like, going to the cookie shop on a big long walk is my fun activity.
Yeah, that is nice.
Gets me out the house.
True. So sad.
Yeah. Like there's a restaurant we like that's a couple of hours away, and I can't wait just to go back there and sit in a restaurant, have a nice meal, have a beer, instead of
They're
take out
opening
on my
schools
couch.
on Monday.
Oh, okay.
What did you say, Abby?
Schools are reopening on Monday
Oh, wow.
for the first time since December.
You guys have been on lockdown like for months.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Bring on, I think it's April 12th. April 12th, the non-essential shops can reopen and I can go to the bookshop and I can get a haircut.
wow.
This is what I'm dreaming of. I'm dreaming of a haircut and a bookshop trip.
Essentials in life.
I
A year
was thinking,
ago.
a haircut. I am desperate to have this chopped off.
You're gonna do like bin style, all off.
A year ago, did you think that you would want something so simple as just a haircut and a
Right.
trip to the bookstore?
But yeah, I would do a lot for a haircut. Like, but not. I mean, I'm not going to cut it myself because that would just be a disaster.
Yeah, but you could
I'd rather
try
just deal with it.
first and then get it actually fixed. Yeah, no, it's so weird. The restaurants here, they closed in November, and I remember that we went to one of our favorite restaurants right like the day before it closed, and he was like, oh yes, but they said it's only for like what 2 weeks, so we think we'll be open for December again. It is what, March 5th or so. I feel bad for them. Yeah, my aunt and uncle, they have a cafe, and so they've been closed since November as well, and I feel so bad for them. Oh well, this pandemic situation is weird. I cannot wait to go to a bookshop again.
Yeah, that. I mean, there's people looking forward to like go to the pub, and I'm like, but the bookshop. I can go to the bookshop.
You can actually see them.
So I guess Ruin is ruining you, Joanna.
It's terrible. Like, it's so terrible. And you know what? I've told you my prediction, right? And so I think John Gwynn is actually really rude. Like, this cover is really rude. It's like glaring. It's like staring you in the face. Wait. You see the cover? Wait. You see the cover? You see what I mean? And if you remember my prediction, I was like, this is terrible. This is terrible. This is just terrible. Makes me so sad. Yeah. And I'm only this far in, so like there's still all this to have. Wait, this much I still have to read. So the worst is, I assume, still to come.
I think you're judging from the message that you sent me. You're at the beginning of the drama, like not of the drama, but like you've started the train.
The Gwynland. We have the Senderland. Yeah. We have the Gwynland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. But like that battle scene I sent you, it was so, you know, my heart was really like, oh my gosh. Like, I just like, no, I don't want to see this. Yeah, I'm really loving it. Like, this series is so good, just so good. I'm so happy I picked this up, because you know, when you see them, you're like, when am I ever gonna get through books that are this thick? And you just actually fly through them because they're so good. I need to watch your review still, Erica. What did you think of?
I liked it a lot, but I'm about halfway through Valor now, and I think it's way better.
Yeah,
way better.
Yeah, Valor was really cool. Some chapters are really hard to read, though. I think McQueen's chapters are also like, McQueen's chapters broke my heart in that book.
Johnny, you definitely have Wrath on hand.
It's, wait, do you see it? Right. Gosh, why can I not do this? Right there. I mean, there. Do you see it? I'm pointing right.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Just
mine are right there. So
it's ready to go. Yeah, Leslie said you need to have Wrath right on hand. Don't do what I did, because apparently she didn't read Wrath immediately, and that's like apparently the worst thing.
Yeah. So once you finish Ruin, you will feel empty inside. And if you dive into Wrath, then you will get some things might be healed a bit quicker than if you let it sit with you. So it's better to just get it over with and get into Wrath straight away.
I think this is the only story ever where I will want a resurrection trope. I can feel it. I think. Because I hate the resurrection trope. Like, someone's dead, just stay dead. But I think, I don't know.
There's Stephanie. She's in Discord.
Oh, yay, she's back. Oh, Sophia, yes, what she was saying. Sorry, I just read her comment about cutting curly hair. That is really true. It's really difficult to find someone who can cut curly hair. And so for her, it's going to take even longer than for you, Abby.
Oh.
My hair is very straight.
You were like this, the way you look now. I think of you as like an Archeron sister. Maybe because I just read A Court of Silver Flames, so you could be one of them.
I mean, I'll take that.
Right? End up with either Reese or Cassian or something like that. It's also cool. So did she say she's coming back, or just that?
I know. Let's see.
Yeah, Ruin. So good. But I keep on not wanting to pick it up because I'm just too scared.
Aww.
When earlier, let's go back to reading. I'm like, no. So I think I'm gonna read some. Well, no. After this, I'm gonna read Wrath, and then I think I'm gonna read something a little bit fluffier, just to, you know.
I can understand the desire to do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
I'm enjoying this.
How is your book? I've seen that one everywhere.
It's good so far. It doesn't seem very sci-fi so far. It seems a lot more fantasy. Mm-hmm. Which is good for me. It's like an arranged marriage. So you've got 2 planets, and like they've had to arrange marriage, the princes of each land, because of like political machinations or whatever. But the original person that one of them was betrothed to has been murdered. So they've suddenly like got another guy in last minute, and yeah, it's going well so far.
Cool.
I like that. So the backup team comes in.
It's like a backup marriage.
Here's the dude we had just in case.
Just in case.
That's
It's
cool.
like, yeah, so it's good so far. I'm interested to see, like, because at the moment they just say that he's been killed. He's dead. They don't say that he was murdered, but on the bottom back of it says that he was murdered. So I'm like, well, what's going on? And there seems to be it seems to be quite political. So, and I quite like political, political fantasy. So I'm hoping I like political sci-fi, and I think the romance is going to kick off at some point. And I like a romantic subplot in my books.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds nice. I've seen that one everywhere now, and it looks so beautiful. Like the cover is so nice.
The cover is
it's
pretty.
gorgeous.
Yeah, it's so
I
good.
love
I
that.
like I think it's Illumicrate. They did a hardback of it with green sprayed edges that looked really, really
Oh wow!
Oh, hello.
You're alive.
Welcome back.
My husband's kids showed up, and I think they all just like got on the internet with all their phones and all their devices and stuff, and it just like was too much for the streaming.
Whoops.
Oopsies.
Andrew said goodbye. He had to leave, but he said goodbye.
Oh, that's fine. But yeah,
Over your stream.
I was surprised it was still going because I thought since I left it would have ended it, but this is cool.
We talked about getting haircuts. We talked about what else did we talk about? About the books we're reading and about cookies.
Yeah.
Oh, I was eating cookie dough earlier during the live stream. So good.
Nice.
Are you finished the series for City of Stairs? I think I watched your review of that. I need to finish that series. It sounded really good.
I definitely want to read it.
I really enjoyed the whole trilogy. And the whole trilogy of City of Stairs, I really liked.
Did you also read the other stuff?
Yeah, what?
Did you also read Foundry Side, Abby? I don't remember.
Yeah.
And how would you compare them? Because I loved Foundry Side.
They're quite different. Like, if you had just read Foundry Side, if you put Foundry Side and City of Stairs together, I don't think you could tell it was the same author if you didn't know it was Robert Jackson Bennett.
Cool. Okay.
But I really enjoyed both. I'd say Foundry Side, the writing is a bit stronger because he wrote it later. But I'd say that the world building is really interesting in the City of Stairs series. Like these divine beings that created miracles upon the earth that have then been like killed off, and so you have this society which has got like the leftover miracles and like the murder mystery plot lines interwoven throughout. Like that was really interestingly done.
Yeah, I really liked that. It was so cool.
Yeah, sounds really cool.
I wish I had read that one because I just saw the title. I was like, that sounds boring, and I didn't look into the book. I would have loved it.
The title is kind of a little bit lame. Yeah, I agree. Like, I wouldn't have thought of it either, but
it's like,
but yeah, and then the rest of the series was so good.
Yeah, that's cool. So it didn't tank at the end. That's good.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably one of my favorite shelf space picks that I read. Yeah, I really liked it.
That one and Malice.
Oh yeah.
I didn't read Malice. I didn't. Woo!
Me too.
I do need to.
Yeah, it's so good. Did you guys read Black Sun for shelf?
I did. Yeah.
You didn't.
I meant to, but
I liked it. Okay. I feel like it was very underdeveloped.
Yeah.
I agree. The character work wasn't as great as I thought it would be, and I feel like I was only kind of interested in a couple of the characters. You know, I don't know.
Totally agree.
Yeah, it just wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be, and the ending was terrible. Like, what was that? It felt like I just had gotten a book that didn't get the rest of the book printed in it on accident, and there should have been at least another couple chapters. I was like, this is weird.
Yeah, Abby, you are like, oh no, the continuing series, when they're out, this ends like on a massive cliffhanger. You're like, what? How can you end the book here? It really feels like they chopped it and like,
Yeah,
okay.
like it feels like they just like took out the ending of the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't even really like, it was a cliffhanger, but not in the traditional sense. It was
it really like
like it didn't end.
yeah.
Like it's like that going down the stairs and there should be more.
I want to read Rebecca Rowan Horse, but I want to read her books when the series are complete. Like neither of her series are complete yet, and I want to wait until one of them's finished before I start.
Yeah. Good. That's a good call with Black Sun, because I'm definitely not pleased.
And that's only just been published.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a while before you get the next book.
Yeah.
What is this month's read for Shelf
Is it Fate of the Fallen this month?
It is. Yeah, that's it.
It's kind of short, so. But I hear that Kelcade had another series out and she didn't finish it, and now she's like pushed that series to the side to write this like Fate of the Fallen series, and people are really mad about it because they want to read her other series that she'd started, and now she's just like stopped it and moved on to this one instead. I'm like, oh, that sucks. That'd be like if Sanderson's like, I'm gonna write something else and not finish Stormlight. I'm like,
no. And the thing is, it like makes you less keen to read the new book because you don't know if they're going to finish that new series either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they're going to be that difficult. I mean, I never want to say like authors should write what they want to write. Like it's their art. You can't like force them to write something. But it's like the tricky argument between like they've committed to writing a series. Should they be finishing that, or should they be writing what they want to from their heart? Like, I don't know. It's like a tricky thing.
I feel like once you published it, it's almost like, okay, I'm publishing this, so I'm almost entering into a contract with my readers that like, okay, I've published this, I put it out there, so now I am going to finish it because I've if you're going to read it, I want to give you the conclusion to the series. You know, like if you never publish it, that's fine. Like write whatever you want. But once you publish it, it's almost like you've made an agreement with anyone who pays money to buy your book. You know, like they're paying you for that, you know?
Especially if you have a publisher who's waiting on your deadlines. That's like something that's a bit more, even more than the readers. I'm assuming they have contracts with their publishers. I don't know how that works, but
I would think so. Like George R.R. Martin, Patrick Rothfuss. What are they doing?
I bet Rothfuss's publisher's so pissed. You know?
Oh yeah.
It's like just so mad all the time.
Paid him royalties.
Yeah.
They'll have paid him his advance. They'll have paid him for that book.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know that book anymore. If I want to read it or not, I don't know.
I love Rothfuss's writing. I just don't like him.
That's also a discussion
and I haven't read it.
You haven't read King Killer?
I haven't read it.
I haven't either.
I was waiting for that third book to be released for years.
That's smart. Way
I
smarter.
don't trust him to do it, so I'm waiting. Like, buddy, you got to deliver book 3.
I think that I wish I would have done that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't do it with Song of Ice and Fire. I read those.
Sophia.
Should just add her in because she's been here the whole time.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We should. Do you want to join, Sophia? You're welcome to.
You're welcome to. We can send you the link.
Yes.
Oh no, but okay. This is also. Do you guys separate? Oh yeah, no. Song of Ice and Fire is never getting finished. I give up hope on that one.
No.
No.
Not happening.
But I also don't agree that season 8 is canon. I don't. No. Season 8 does not exist. It ends right here. It ends with dragons. That's it.
No, season 8 was just. Oh, that was just ugly.
It was terrible.
Tragic disappointment.
I like the moment in season 8 where my cousin makes an appearance.
Your cousin?
You
have a cousin in it?
That's cool.
He's in season 8, episode 1, right at the very beginning.
You need to
and he
send
made
us a clip of
It's the little kid that goes
like circle him.
he really, the very opening of season 8, the opening scene is this little boy running through Winterfell, and that's him.
Aw.
No,
That's your cousin?
oh my god,
That's so cool.
that's so cool.
Oh, he
And
literally
yeah,
got the Arya Stark thing.
he's on a show on HBO called Raised by Wolves.
Oh, okay.
You have a famous cousin.
Yeah, he's just flown out to South Africa to start filming season 2.
Raised by, I'm Googling this right now.
Seriously. Also, this sounds cool.
Yeah.
It's a sci-fi show. It's like directed by Ridley Scott.
What?
It's got the guy from Vikings in it.
This is so
That's so cool.
So
is
is he-
your cousin?
Is this him?
Yeah, exactly.
Felix Jameson is my cousin.
I think this is. Yeah, this is him.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh my
Aw.
gosh, he's so adorable. Look how cute he is.
Yeah, he is cute. Wait, I think you. Oh no, that's not the Game of Thrones one.
That is so cool.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Dang, Abby. That's awesome. Did he get to meet any of the people, any of like the Game of Thrones actors and stuff?
I mean, he flew out to Ireland, so when they filmed it, and yeah, I guess got to meet a few of them. He's living. He's like the celebrity that I know.
Yeah.
Cool. That is so cool.
I need to make friends with Brandon Sanderson, then I can have a celebrity that I know too. Because I don't have any of those.
We don't have famous people here. Oh, we had a weatherman that was pretty cool. That's about it. Yeah. He was a sharpshooter. He was great. An awful weatherman, but you know.
I mean, I live on a road which is like the road for all the ex-Love Islanders. So
No way.
So yeah, so there's loads of them like all over my neighborhood.
Oh my gosh,
and
Abby.
like lots of those like Z-list celebrities all live around here.
You're like, we really need to go visit you. This is going to be a fun trip.
We just all need to visit each other, guys, at this point.
True.
Sophia, I'm
people
sending you the link.
because they're like UK celebrities. They're not. I don't think they've made it to the States.
That's fine.
Yeah.
They're popular
This will
somewhere.
be fun.
It's still better than my weather guy.
I mean, for me in Montana, I'm like, yeah, I saw Kevin Costner when he was on the
That's
set
cool.
for Yellowstone. So, I mean, that's kind of cool, but
You had Superman's dad. Come on, that's awesome.
that's true. Kevin Costner
Yeah.
is very cool, actually. I really do like him, but
My mom used to have a huge crush on him.
really, from the
hear
Field of
about it.
Dreams.
She was like, "Oh, Kevin Costner, he's so dreamy." And now I look at him like, okay.
There's a lot of celebrities that live up. So I used to live up on a reservation in Montana, but there's this big lake that's up there, Flathead Lake. And a lot of celebrities have houses on that lake, like big name celebrities like Tom Cruise and like major stars and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I don't see them ever, but you know, you can drive past their house on your boat if you want to.
So awesome. I still prefer being friends with Brandon Sanderson, though. That
I know.
Yes.
I need to work on that. I really do. I'm sure I could find a way.
Did you guys watch this? I don't know in which video she said this, but Murphy said that one time she saw this dude at the grocery store, and then she had
Yes.
her shirt on, and he was like, "Hey, I like to read as well." She's like, "Oh, what do you read?" And he's like, "Oh, you wouldn't know it. It's called the Way of Kings." And she just started like talking about it, and like
You wouldn't know it.
left. He just left and gave her because she's like, "Oh, if you want, we could talk more about it." And he thought she was hitting on him or something like that.
She's like, no, I'm just that big of a book nerd.
Yeah. And you should do that with Brandon Sanderson at the store.
I should just wear his shirts around ever. I have a shirt because I went to one of his like release parties that he had here. huge, by the way, thousands of people there. And they gave out prizes, and I was still there at 2 a.m. waiting to get my book signed. And so I'm like the only person left to have my name called. So I go and get a t-shirt as a prize. I should wear that everywhere until he notices. And he's like, you are a nerd. I'm like, yes, please be my friend.
Yeah, please. I just can't believe that he created so many characters that I love so dearly, you know?
No.
Like just reading about Vin, I'm like, oh, I love Vin. And I love Kaladin. And
I love Dalinar so much too.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I love him, but completely differently than any other character. He's just like, I don't know, he's just so well done, you know?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I agree. What do you think, Abby? You've only read the first one, so how are you feeling about these characters right now?
Okay, currently my ranking is Kaladin, Shalon, Dalinar, Adolin.
Fair after the first one. Actually, I feel like Dalinar was above Shalon in the first one for me, but I feel like Shalon climbs up.
Oh, no, for me, she went down.
I think I liked her in Words of Radiance a lot. And then in Oathbringer, she went down. And then I think Oathbringer, she dropped significantly for me.
Oh, no.
But she didn't for everyone.
No, she didn't for everyone.
Yeah. So this is just like a personal opinion thing, but.
No, I can't stand her.
Who's Ronan Keating? Okay, I need to look
Sophia,
this up.
join the chat. I sent you the link. Come hang out.
Come join us.
Guys, I think I'm gonna have to pop off here because these two are bugging.
They're so cute.
They need to go pee.
Ronan Keating. Oh, he's handsome.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye, Erica. My uncle directed a music video for Atomic Kitten. What? That is so cool. That's like way back when, like a throwback.
I feel like, do we want to like end the live broadcast and just like stay here and chat?
Sure, we can do that.
Yeah,
Sophia, you can still join.
You can still join, Sophia. Come join us in the chat. But bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.